Breaking. The USMNT is front and center, and the World Cup stage is set. 5 massive stories dropping today that every USA soccer fan needs to hear right now. On today's rundown, Pochettino's bold World Cup declaration, Balogun's recruitment war with England, expert predictions for Pulisic and the squad, and a huge Jesse Marsch revenge story. Plus, ESPN just introduced all 26 players tasked with making a deep World Cup run on home soil. This roster has something to prove. Stay locked in. This is the most important stretch in USMNT history. Let's get into it. Story 1, and it's a big one. Mauricio Pochettino has come out swinging, declaring that this USMNT group is fully prepared for a World Cup that could transform soccer in the United States forever. According to Yahoo Sports, Pochettino expressed strong belief in his squad's readiness, framing this tournament as a potential turning point, not just for the team, but for the entire sport's future in America. This isn't just a coach hyping his team. Pochettino has built his reputation on developing young talent at Spurs, PSG, Chelsea. Now he wants to do it on the biggest stage of all. The timing matters. A World Cup co-hosted by the United States means the pressure is unlike anything this program has ever faced. Home crowd, home expectations, no excuses. Pochettino knows that a deep run here could spark a soccer revolution. More investment, more fans, more infrastructure. The stakes go way beyond just lifting a trophy. The question Pochettino is betting on is this generation of American players, Pulisic, Reina, Way, McKennie, finally ready to deliver when it matters most? His answer is yes. For years, the USMNT has been labeled a project, always building, never arriving. Pochettino is done with that narrative. He says they've arrived. Now prove it. Bottom line, if Pochettino is right, American soccer changes forever. If he's wrong, the criticism will be deafening. The pressure is real, Narcisse Haas, and he's embracing it. Story 2, the Folarin Balogun recruitment saga, and it is wild. The Athletic reports that the USMNT was in a desperate race against England to secure Balogun's international allegiance. Balogun, eligible for both the USA and England due to his dual background, was heavily courted by both federations. According to The Athletic via the New York Times, American officials moved urgently to lock him in before England could act. Think about what was at stake. A striker who scored over 20 goals in League One in a single season. A player with elite movement, Premier League pedigree, and a nose for goal. USA needed him bad. The USMNT's forward line has historically been its weakest position. Balogun represents a genuine goal threat, something this program has desperately lacked at major tournaments for decades. The Athletic's reporting frames the World Cup as Balogun's chance to justify the USA's aggressive pursuit and potentially silence every critic who said America poached him from England. If Balogun fires on all cylinders in this tournament, goals, assists, big game moments, the recruitment battle becomes one of the greatest decisions in USMNT history. No pressure, Fola. England fans are still bitter about losing him. Imagine if he scores against England in the knockout stage. The internet would absolutely break. That storyline is right there. Watch Balogun closely in this World Cup. He's not just playing for the USMNT, he's playing to validate an entire recruitment strategy that nearly went a completely different direction. Story 3. Expert predictions are in, and CBS Sports went deep on how far Christian Pulisic and the USA can actually go at this World Cup. Spoiler. Analysts are not sleeping on this team. CBS Sports gathered a panel of soccer experts to forecast the USMNT's World Cup ceiling. The consensus? This team has genuine knockout stage quality. But the path is everything. Pulisic remains the focal point of every prediction. When he's on, clinical, direct, dangerous, the USMNT becomes a genuinely difficult opponent for any team in the world. His form is the key variable. Experts noted the blend of experience and young energy in this squad as a major factor. Veterans like McKennie and Turner provide stability. Emerging talents bring unpredictability. That combo is dangerous. The home field advantage factor came up repeatedly in CBS Sports analysis. Playing in front of massive American crowds in cities like LA, New York, and Dallas. That's a genuine edge that can't be quantified. Most experts picked the USMNT to advance from the group stage, but the quarterfinal round was cited as the true test. That's where tournament pedigree gets separated from tournament hype. One critical point from the CBS analysis: depth. The USA has genuine options in nearly every position now. If a starter gets injured or suspended, the drop-off isn't catastrophic. That's new for this program. The prediction that turns heads most. Some experts believe if Pulisic is fully fit and Balogun clicks as a partner, the USMNT could reach the semi-finals. That would be the greatest result in program history. Keep this in mind. Expert predictions in soccer are famously unreliable, but the direction of those predictions, optimistic, bullish on USA, reflects how much this squad has genuinely grown. Story 4. ESPN dropped a full introduction to all 26 players on the USMNT World Cup roster. And reading through it, one thing is crystal clear. This group was built for this moment. ESPN's piece frames each player as someone striving, not just participating. According to ESPN, with the US kicking off its World Cup campaign, these 26 have been tasked with taking the co-hosts on a deep run. Pulisic leads the group, but the ESPN feature highlighted just how many players on this roster are playing at the highest levels of European club soccer. This isn't a team of MLS prospects, these are pros. The goalkeeping situation is a strength. Turner has elite Premier League experience and commands his box with authority. Behind a well-organized backline, the USA conceding goals should not be easy. Midfield is where this USMNT is arguably most talented. McKennie, Musa, Adams, all playing major minutes in top European leagues. That engine room gives Pochettino real tactical flexibility. The attack, historically a problem position, now features Pulisic, Balogun, Reina, Weah, and Ferreira as options. Multiple scoring threats, different profiles, different dangers. Opponents can't just key on one man. ESPN's full roster breakdown is worth reading if you want to know exactly who's carrying this team. Every player has a story, a role, a reason they're here. Check the link. It's essential reading. Story 5. And this one has drama written all over it. Jesse Marsch was convinced he was going to be the next USMNT head coach. He was wrong. Now he's leading Canada against the country that passed on him. According to ESPN, Marsch was certain he would land the USMNT job, the role he clearly coveted as an American coach. Instead, the federation went in a different direction, choosing Pochettino. Marsch didn't disappear. He took the Canada job, and ESPN reports he's now determined to make his mark at this World Cup, using the tournament as the stage to prove American soccer wrong for overlooking him. There's real motivation here. Marsch built his coaching reputation in Europe. RB Salzburg, Leipzig, Leeds. He has genuine credentials. Being passed over by his own country stings in a way that doesn't go away. Canada is no pushover. They qualified for their first World Cup in decades, and Marsch has injected them with an aggressive, high-intensity pressing style. They will not be a soft opponent for anyone. The storyline practically writes itself. If USA and Canada meet at this World Cup, it's Pochettino versus Marsch. The man who got the job versus the man who desperately wanted it. That is appointment television. Marsch told ESPN he's laser-focused on making Canada successful, but the underlying motivation is undeniable. Every win with Canada is a message sent directly to US soccer. You made the wrong call. The subplot that could define this World Cup for North American soccer. Marsch versus the country that spurned him. Is he motivated? Absolutely. Does that make Canada more dangerous? 100% yes. Now let's zoom out and connect all 5 stories into the bigger picture of what today's news is telling us about this USMNT heading into the World Cup. Every single story today points to the same truth. This World Cup is different. The stakes are higher, the talent is deeper, the world is watching more closely. There's no hiding behind we're developing. Pochettino's confidence isn't just talk. It's backed by the roster ESPN just profiled. 26 players, most of them seasoned European professionals, who have earned their spots through real competition. The Balogun story proves that US soccer is now aggressive, genuinely competing with traditional soccer powerhouses for top talent. That mindset shift is just as important as any single player. Expert predictions being optimistic about the USMNT isn't just flattering. It's a reflection of real progress. This team has earned credibility on the world stage. That's not something you fake. And the Marsch subplot reminds us that success in soccer, especially at a World Cup, creates ripple effects everywhere. Even rival coaches are being motivated by what the USMNT does or doesn't do. Let's be real about the challenges, too. The USMNT hasn't proven they can consistently beat elite opposition in knockout formats. That's the gap between potential and legacy, and it hasn't been bridged yet. Pulisic's fitness and form is genuinely the make or break factor. When he's healthy and confident, this offense flows. When he's not, the USMNT can look pedestrian. His World Cup is USA's World Cup. The group stage draw will be critical. A favorable group could build momentum and confidence before the knockout rounds. A brutal group could send the USMNT home early in front of their own fans. That would be devastating. Depth is a real advantage, but depth needs to stay healthy. Injury management over a compressed tournament schedule is where Pochettino's staff earns their money. No shortcuts on recovery. The mental side is also underrated. Playing at home means every game is high stakes. The crowd is a boost, yes, but the weight of expectation can also crush a team if results go wrong early. Here's what makes this generation special compared to past USMNT squads. The majority of these players have won trophies at club level. They know what winning looks like. That experience is priceless. McKennie won Serie A with Juventus, Pulisic won the Champions League at Chelsea. Adams is a force in the Premier League. These aren't guys learning what elite soccer feels like. They live it daily. Balogun's potential connection with Pulisic as a strike partnership is genuinely exciting. One provides the creativity and dribbling, the other provides the clinical finishing. If it clicks, watch out. Reina is the wild card. When fit and unleashed, Giovanni Reina has the technical quality to be the best player on any given field. If Pochettino gets a fully firing Reina, this offense becomes elite level. Defensively, Tim Ream, Cameron Carter-Vickers, and the experienced backline give Pochettino a solid foundation. The USMNT won't be easy to break down, and clean sheets win tournaments. Tyler Adams as the defensive midfielder is arguably the most underappreciated piece of this team. He protects the backline, recycles possession, and sets the press. Without him, this team functions differently. The cities hosting USMNT games will be electric. American soccer culture has evolved dramatically. The fans are more knowledgeable, more passionate, louder. That home support could genuinely be a difference maker. Every nation the USMNT faces will have studied them intensely. There are no surprises anymore. Pochettino's tactical preparation and in-game adjustments will be tested at the highest possible level. One thing that today's news reinforces, the USMNT is no longer just a participant at major tournaments. They are a contender. That word, contender, is not something we've said lightly for a long time. Note: the rumor that additional high-profile European-based players are in late-stage conversations about eligibility switches to USA has not been confirmed by any major outlet. Treat that as rumor only until verified. What is confirmed? The squad is set, the tournament is here, and the opening kick means the time for talking is officially over. Performance is the only currency that matters from this point forward. Before we go, the question everyone is debating, and we want to hear your answer in the comments right now. How far does this USMNT go at the 2026 World Cup? Group stage exit, round of 16, quarterfinals, which would match the best USMNT result in history, semifinals, which would be historic, or are you going all in and calling a USA World Cup title on home soil? Drop your prediction in the comments. Group stage, R16, QF, SF, or champions. We're reading every single one, and the most popular answer might just end up in tomorrow's video. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit subscribe and the bell right now. Every breaking USMNT update, every roster move, every match reaction drops here first. Don't miss a single story.